Okay, so this is an inquiry chart that we're going to work on for right now to introduce our new math lesson, our new math concept. And an inquiry chart is going to ask you, what do you know about a topic? And it's also going to ask you what you want to know about a topic. So we're going to start off by asking you, what do you know about time? Say that word with me. Time. Excellent. Okay, who can tell me what they know about time? Faith C.
I know about time that the hour hand goes first.
Okay. Caleb.
After the second hand passes once around, the minute hand goes to that time, to the minute.
You're going to have to help me again. So the minute, after the second hand goes around, the minute
Hand goes to that minute.
goes to that minute. Okay. Emma.
So the hour hand is smaller than the minute hand. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Colton.
That in the olden days they used to use sun to tell time.
Awesome. Angelina.
Time has hours, minutes, and seconds.
Okay. Okay, I think we have room for a couple more. Nazareth.
The small hand is the hour hand, the big hand is the minute hand, and the red hand is the second hand.
Okay, do you mind if since we have our hand is smaller than the minute hand, I can add the second hand? So the second hand is red. Okay, and I'll get you guys points in a little bit. Faith.
Every time the second hand moves one bit, it means it's been 1 second.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta have you say that for me again. Every time.
Every time the second hand moves, that means it's been 1 second.
Every time the second hand moves, it means in 1 second?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. more, but I'm not going to be able to write it down. Austin.
Every number on the clock means like when the minute hand goes by one number, it means that it's because you count by tens every number, so
Count by tens.
count by fives
Okay.
every number, and it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, and between those fives there's another 5.
Okay. Awesome. That's something, Austin, by the way, important to remember for the rest of our lesson, because that's something we're going to come back to. So I'm glad you brought it up. Ben.
There is a second, minute, and hour hand. And when the second hand goes to the 12th, the minute hand moves.
Good. By the time when the second hand comes all the way back to the 12, the minute hand moves by what?
It like once the minute hand goes to the 12th, the hour hand moves.
Oh, the hour hand can move too. Do both the hour and the minute hand. Can they move? Okay. Nice. Colton. Last one.
There are two ways a clock can move: clockwise or counterclockwise.
Okay. Can you maybe tell me the difference if you know it?
So counterclockwise is going behind, and clockwise is going front.
Very nice. Forward
Yes.
versus backward. Okay. Nice. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and talk about what do you want to know about time? Say that word with me. Time. Okay. And with this column, I'm gonna have you guys do a heads together. Why don't you guys talk with your table group? What do you want to know about time?
What time is time for and what does it mean? Like, what does it mean? I'll do.
What time is
We'll
for?
do our own. So I'll do how to tell time and what time is for.
If we get Colin, we've so far gotten 30 points, I think.
It's like behind you. It's like behind you. What I think is
Remember, heads together, your pockets are out of your chairs.
I think
so.
We're talking about maybe a question you might have or a wondering you might have about time. What do you want to know?
How to tell time and what time
what would happen when the hour goes to the 12?
What is it for?
Yes.
What is time for and why is it invented?
I wonder how much
Someone one would say what is it, what time is for, and then another one says
Ooh.
what is it? Yeah, one of us say what is time for, and then the other one says what is time in, and why is time invented, and then we'd get
Llama.
Llama.
Okay. So today we're going to do numbered spoons a little bit differently. So when I call your number, I'm going to have that number from each table shared. Okay. We're going to start with WSU number 1. So ones. Okay.
why do you need time?
Okay. No. Okay. Number ones. Faith, are you number 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who made time?
Who made time?
Who invented
Who invented time?
Yeah.
Excellent question. Okay.
How much seconds are in 24 hours?
Ooh. How many seconds are in 24 hours?
What time is 4 and why is it invented?
Say that again.
What time is 4 and why is it invented?
What is time for? And why was it invented? Okay. Okay, we'll take one more.
Why do the hours stop at 12?
Okay. That's another great question. Okay, all awesome questions. So now that we have things that we know about time and things that we want to know about time, we're going to be able to come back to this later as our unit progresses. And we can either, I know we don't have too much room, but we can always talk about what could we add to this column and maybe what questions have been answered through the unit that you might have put up here. Okay? Question.
I have one for that.
Okay, go ahead.
When was time made?
When was it made? Okay, so we're going to go ahead really quickly and we're going to move on to our what y square and then we'll head out to recess. Okay, so for our objective today, our learning objective, we're going to be learning about telling and writing time to the nearest minute. Okay, so what I want you guys to do really quickly is I want you to just have a heads together and I want you guys to tell each other what you are learning today, what we're learning about today.
How to tell what is time and like how to tell time about time. Yeah. Like questions about time. So like when like
What rounding
our teacher Miss Maxwell
rounding to the
she's
nearest
gonna
minute?
teach us about
I really like how UW has their pockets out of their chairs. They're having a great heads together.
What do you think, Zach?
Just what time is 4?
all right. Yeah. What time is for and how it was used maybe like before
We're like in the 1970s.
yeah, maybe like way before.
Like back in the 18.
It's okay.
I wonder what.
Actually, can I say mine?
I wonder what it would
Like
be.
learning
I
about.
wonder what is like. Yeah.
What is
actually,
time?
I just think I want to go.
I wonder what it was like when they didn't have
All I can
time.
think of.
Yeah. And how they knew that there was 12 clocks.
Time was made by the sun.
Yeah. That's
They used to tell time by the sun.
Okay, we're going to do the numbered spoons just the way we just did it. Okay? I'm going to call a number, and I want those numbers from each table to kind of restate what I told you we're learning today. And if some of you guys say the same thing, it's going to be totally fine. Okay? So, twos. What table would like to go first? Okay, Jaden.
how to tell time.
Okay, we're learning about time.
What time is
She never said
what? How to tell time.
How to tell time.
I read about like years ago.
Okay. Say that again. You agree with Jaden? Okay. 2.
He's still agree with Jaden again.
Say that again.
Me agree with Jaden.
Okay. That's okay too. Okay, so what I want you guys to do now is I want you guys to do another quick heads together, but this time I want you guys to tell each other why telling time to the nearest minute is important. Why is it important?
Plus in
Heads
our
together.
rounding skills, when we're on the point where we're starting, we'll learn how to the nearest tens.
I agree. I'm sorry, what was the question again? You go next. No,
So that
what? You go next.
that you can know what the time is, and
I think
so you're not
the
late
time
or
can help us, like,
just to know
so when we're looking at the clock,
what time we're not late. Yeah, when the time's
for
up.
example, and we want to know when's recess, we have to be able to know how to
The
tell
bell
time.
rings.
Yeah.
Like, we have to know how to
Some
tell
schools might not have a bell.
Yeah, if we didn't have a bell,
The question?
know what it is, and we need to be able to tell time to, like, we have to know when.
Nice job, blue table. Nice job, red table. Okay, why is telling time important? Fours.
Because if, like, you go to a funeral and if time wasn't there, then you wouldn't know what time it is and you will probably miss it.
Okay, great example. Okay, fours.
That's exactly what we said.
About a funeral.
Yeah. No, not a funeral. We said, like, the party is at late afternoon if they didn't have any time, and you'd go there at like 1, and then we'd be like, no, we meant it's at like 5. You wouldn't know that, so you got there way too early and just wasted all your time.
Okay. Let's go next. Fours. Sweatshirt. So you can learn how to round to the nearest minute. Okay. Thank you for that answer. Let's go next. Okay, Ben.
If there wasn't time, you would like never know when to go somewhere. Like if you were going to like someone's birthday, you wouldn't know what time it is, and you'd probably like go when no one was there.
Good. I kind of feel like we just answered this question. Why do we need time? You guys all set a great example of why we need time, right? Okay, blue table.
To know what time of day it is.
Okay, we need to know what time of day it is, perhaps. Okay, those are all important reasons. Okay, I have something to add to that quickly before recess. What I would like to add mainly has to do with, well, first of all, time, telling time. It's a lifelong skill. It's something we all need to know and understand as we're growing up and when we become adults, right? It's a lifelong skill. The other thing is, you'll notice that we have an analog clock in our classroom, okay? And a lot of you guys talked about analog clocks when we were talking about, in our inquiry chart, we talked about how there's hour hands, minute hands, second hands. Those are all a part of an analog clock, not a digital clock. And in this day and age, when we have cell phones, right, and we have this technology that just can give the time to us digitally, okay, that's still helpful. However, an analog clock, the really neat thing about that is it visually shows us the passage of time, okay? We can see how much time has actually passed in our school day, beyond our school day. We can then see when our new day begins and the other day ends, okay? We can also go into telling time, weeks, months, calendars, right? That's all a part of measurement of time and the passage of time. So it's a really important skill to start learning. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and line up for recess, and then we're gonna, just a minute, and then we're gonna come back and we will pick up our new lesson, okay? Stop recording. I don't know why. Oh, maybe it's paused. Is it paused? Okay, so we're starting our new unit today. We just got done with Unit 3, which was all about addition and subtraction. And now we're moving on to measurement, and measurement of all different kinds, okay? And one of the pieces of measurement that we're going to start with is telling time. We're going to be working with telling time and exploring it for the next couple of days. Today we're going to start with a review about telling time to the hour. Then we'll move to telling time to the half hour, and then to increments of 5 minutes, and then later on we'll get to telling time to the minute. Okay? So first, I have your partner list up here, and in just a minute I'm going to have you get in those partners. So you guys are going to have to kind of quickly figure out where you and your partner should sit. If you were a scout, raise your hand. You too, right? Julie, you're a scout? Yeah. Okay. So you and your partner can either sit at one of the tables so that you guys can have the balls, or you two with your partner can sit at this back table so that you guys can have the ball. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. And then Nazareth, you're working with Jewel and Aliana since Blake had to go home. Okay. Go ahead. Quickly, quietly. Find a spot with your partner.
He's going to sit.
Actually?
We should sit next to each other.
Okay, you can have distractions. Because I think I actually asked you to put that away earlier, didn't I? Is that still going to be a distraction if it's in your pocket? Or what you asked him? What is this? Oh. Okay. Or could you put that where? Thank you. No, I saw you wear it earlier. You guys want to share for right now? Okay. Thank you guys for being nice and patient. All right. I'm passing out your materials. I might just give you guys two to work with. Actually, no, that's right. Okay, so we're gonna first review telling time to the hour. So I'm gonna call out some hours, and I'll pause and wait for you guys to show me that time on your clock. When you're ready to show me, just go ahead and hold it up, and then I'll give you a new time. Okay, 1 o'clock. Show me on your clocks, 1 o'clock. Hold it up when you're ready. 1. Okay, see if it matches mine. Okay, how about 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock. Okay. See if it matches mine. Nice job. 5 o'clock. Okay. 10 o'clock. And last one for telling time to the hour, 12 o'clock. Okay, see if it matches mine. As close as you can. What do you guys notice about this time? What's different about this one versus the other times? Nazareth.
The hour and minute hand is on the 12, but on the other ones, the minute hand was just on the 12, and the hour hand is on the other.
So on all the other times, the minute hand, we didn't have to change. It was always on the 12. Why was it always on the 12? Ben.
Because it was always like 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Good. Anyone else can tell me why maybe the minute hand was always on the 12? Austin?
Because that's the hour, that's where
Hold on, Austin's our speaker. Thank you.
that's the last hour that there is.
When the minute hand is pointing to the 12?
Yeah.
That's when like the next hour starts over?
Yeah,
Okay.
in the next session.
Okay. Fletcher?
I noticed on the clock that there are tick marks, and there are 6 tick marks to get to each number. And every time the minute hand gets to a new number, the hour hand moves 1 tick.
Ooh, the hour hand might move one tick mark each time the minute hand
Gets
gets to another number.
Because every 10 minutes, the hour hand will move one tick mark.
Nice observation. We're going to talk a little bit about more about the effect that the minute hand has on the hour hand in just a minute. So what I want you guys to do first, okay, I'm going to write this time on the board. And I want you guys to say it with me. 2:30. Nice. Okay. And before we show 2:30 on our clock, okay, is there another way that we can read these symbols? So we just said 2:30. I want you guys to just have a heads together with either your partner or maybe people at your table, heads together and talk about, is there another way to maybe say this time? Or say
We have 2 hours and 30
Some people might say like 200. Sometimes I say like 2:30. Like during that time. Yeah.
you talk about it with your partner. So your partner should know.
I don't know of any other way we will be able to write it or say it. There is like 210. But that's just like when it gets to 10. So I don't know of any way.
Maybe I can. Nice job. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Orange table. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, so I know we're not at our normal tables, so I'm just going to ask for volunteers now instead of numbered students. Isaac.
2 hours and 30 minutes.
Okay, is that how, if I say 2 hours and 30 minutes though, is that really reading 2:30 on a clock? You think? Okay. Austin?
No, 2:30.
Okay, you can use hand gestures. Faith?
2:30 a.m. or 2:30 p.m.
Ooh, I like that one. Not what I was thinking, but I like where your head's at. Caleb,
It's always half an hour.
tell me more about that.
Because, half a minute is 30 seconds, and half an hour is 30 minutes. So, and that's also with numbers. Like half, 100 is 50.
So when you're saying half though, because you're on the right track, Caleb, when you're saying half, how could I maybe use the word half instead of saying 2:30? How could I use the word half when I'm saying 2:30? Could I say it differently? It's not as common of a phrase, but
Half an hour? Or no?
you're on the right track. Colton.
Half after 2.
Ooh, yes. Okay. Half past 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Or we could say
That's really uncommon to say.
2 holes and a half.
I I think you're referring to like when we were talking about money, right? Kind of. So I like how you used it in fraction language, but yeah, I like where Caleb's head was at, and then you brought it full circle. So thank you for working together as a team. The other way we could say it, we could say 2:30, but we could also say just 30 minutes past 2. Okay, or we could say 2:30. And then Faith also said,
Zach, actually.
oh, Zach, thank you for giving him credit. Zach also said we need to maybe reference if it is an AM or PM. Okay, nice job. I'm going to ask this question, but I think Caleb kind of explained it a little bit, and maybe you can kind of help us out a little bit. But why, can you explain the phrase 2:30? What would that mean?
12 for 30 minutes. That means when half the past 2 o'clock. It means it's like half past the 2. It's like half past the hour.
Okay, it's 2:30 the hour.
It's like this.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else have another explanation? Austin?
Maybe like
Why would we say half
because
when we're referencing 2:30?
is so let's say it was in 30 was in minutes. It would be half of an hour.
Because how many minutes are in an hour?
60.
60, and 30 is half of 60. Okay,
3 plus 3 is 6.
very nice. Good. Okay, so I'm going to set my clock to this time. Go ahead and say this time for me.
2 o'clock.
Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and move the minute hand. And when I'm moving the minute hand, I want you guys to tell me how many minutes I'm passing each time I'm passing a number on the clock. How many minutes? Each time I'm passing?
5.
Right? Each time I get to a number, the hour hand's not going to stay put. But each time I'm passing a number, okay, watch the minute hand, I'm passing how many minutes, Colton?
5.
5 minutes. Each time I'm passing a number on the clock, 5 minutes, right? Okay, I'm going to start back at the 12, and I want you to count with me. Each time I touch a number, I want you to count with me by 5s. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, stop.
35.
Stop.
55.
Just stop right there. Okay. So because we have to manually move these clocks, I want you guys to pay close attention to what the hour hand did. Where the hour hand is now.
6:30. Wait. No.
So I now on my clock have what time? 2:30. Okay. Eyes and ears up here, please. Okay, but I want you guys to pay special attention to where my hour hand is. What do you guys notice? What happened to my hour hand?
It's 30 minutes past the 2.
Oh, it's in half.
It's
What was that,
30
Colton?
minutes.
Half an hour.
What do you mean by that?
So when it's on directly in the 2, 30 minutes is a half to an hour. It just moved to the middle.
Move to the middle between the 2 and the 3, right?
Yes.
Why did it move between the 2 and the 3? Go ahead.
Because 30 is the half of 60, and it went straight down the middle.
Okay. Anyone else have an explanation? Colton?
So if you go 2:30, then it would be a half past 2 because there's 60 minutes in an hour, and 30 plus 30 equals 60. So it would go halfway past the 2 because it's halfway done.
Nice. Okay, it's halfway done with 2 o'clock, so it's halfway past 2 o'clock, but it's also halfway to the next hour, which is 3 o'clock. Okay, nice job. Okay, here's what I want you guys to do now. We're going to work on setting time to increments of 5 minutes, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on my clock. I'm going to set various times, and I just want you to whisper to your partner next to you that time. Okay, so that's what we're going to do first. Okay, let me get my clock ready. Whisper that time to your partner. I'll show everybody, don't worry. Caleb, thanks for sitting up. Okay, thumbs up when you whisper that to your partner. Okay, shout out this time.
2:05.
Nice job. Okay, here's the next time. Whisper it to your partner. Oh, I love how some of you guys are whispering to your partner. Thank you so much for participating. Okay, make sure you whisper that time to your partner. Okay, shout it out.
2:50.
Nice. Here's the next time. You can have it if you're going to focus. Okay. Whisper to your partner. Thumbs up when you're ready to share. Okay, shout it out.
2:20.
That's 2:21.
We're working with increments in 5. Get it? Emma? Okay, I want you to take, I'm gonna ask you guys this again. Your challenge is to kind of take careful note as to where my hour hand is. What is happening to my hour hand? Okay, shout it out.
2:45.
More times.
2:50.
Emma. Whisper to your partner. Okay, shout it out.
2:50.
Okay. Last one. Caleb. Okay, thumbs up after you whisper it to your partner. Shout it out.
2:55.
Nice job. Okay. Llama. I love how Amelia and Twinkle have their clocks nicely in front of them. Okay, I appreciate that. Remember, these are tools, not toys. Okay, who can tell me, what did they notice about the hour hand? What was happening to the hour hand as I moved the minute hand? Ooh, tough choice. Faith.
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot.
It's okay. Amelia.
It didn't really move.
It didn't really move? Okay. Isaac.
As the minute hand moves, the hour hand moves. So once it hits 60, it hits 3.
Okay. Nazareth. So, would you say, oh, oh, I thought you had, go ahead. Oh, okay, that's what you were asking. Do you have something to say too?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like when I was moving the clock that we are moving every 5 minutes.
Roughly. There's more than 5 minutes probably between some of those times. But we were hitting increments of 5 for sure. Okay, because each numeral we hit, each number we hit, we're hitting the next 5 minutes. But I want to point out that each time I was moving my minute hand by 5 minutes, okay, the hour hand was moving. It was getting closer and closer to the next hour. Okay? Why would that be? Why would it be getting closer to the next hour? I think you kind of already explained it, but will you explain it again?
So I also had something about, I had another way to say it was getting closer.
Go ahead.
It was getting progressively closer to the next hour.
It was getting progressively closer to the next hour. Nice. Okay. This time, I'm going to write times on the board. I'm going to write one time on the board. And this time, instead of me showing you and you guys telling the time to your partner, you guys are actually going to use your clocks and show me this time show me the time that I write down on your clocks. Okay, but again, your challenge is going to be to position that hour hand as accurately as possible. Okay, so think about where I had my hour hand through that entire process of when the minute hand was going around the clock face. Okay, here's our first time. 4:10. Go ahead and show me. You guys rely on your partners if you need to. Go ahead and show it up. Hold it up. Show it when you feel like you have 4:10 on your clocks. Okay. I'm going to hold up my clock. Let's check our work. Okay, check to see if your clocks match mine. Yep. Good. Okay. Next time. $6.25. Don't forget about what your challenge is. What's your challenge? Who can tell me what their challenge is?
It's to make the clock at Audie's sake.
Right, but what do you have to pay special attention to?
The hour.
Bolton.
The hour hand.
The hour hand. I'm not saying everybody placing the hour hand as accurately as possible. Remember, that's your challenge. That's your challenge, Ben. Okay, here's my clock. Notice where the hour hand is.
Yes.
6:25 is really close to 6:30. So look at where my hour hand is. It's getting closer to that halfway point. Okay, here's your next time. 7:35. Don't forget about your challenge. Check with Oleana. Make sure both partners are pretty close. Double check. 7:35. Okay. Let's see, Emma. Okay. Okay. Okay, check with my clock. I want you guys to notice where my hour hand is and where my minute hand is. Still working with increments of 5, so you guys could be able to count by 5s. Okay, look where your hour hand is. 9:40. Oh man, we have some tired kiddos in here. Okay. Nine 40. Caleb, 9:40. Okay, check where your hour hand is. And where your minute hand is. There's your minute hand. Yep. Our time's 9:40. Check where. Okay, last time. 11:55. $11.55. 55. Double check that minute hand too. Make sure you're counting by 5. Okay, good. Okay. Nice job of participating. Thank you guys. Okay, check it with mine. Look at where that hour hand. Who notices where my hour hand is? It's really close to the 12.
Which means in 5 minutes it's.
In 5 minutes, it's going to be 12 o'clock. So the hour hand is really close. Okay, good news. I think we're going to be able to go on to our one more activity. But this time, our activity, Isaac, is going to be with using our student workbooks. So, and we're going to do this activity together. This time, it's going to help us, this will kind of help us start telling and reading time to the nearest minute. So, when I dismiss you, you guys can quietly get your student workbooks. I'm going to go double check which page number, and then you guys can go back to these same partner groups. Okay? Go ahead. You guys can go ahead and keep your clocks. You might still be able to use them. Okay, you're going to turn to page 104. 104. I'll write that up here.
pencil.
Oh, will you do me a favor and erase the times on the board? The 4, 10, 25. Thanks.
We've got a lot of pencils. My pencil. These are all sharp pencils. My pencil. I know, but look, these are all sharp pencils. The mustache. One eyeball and two eyeballs.
Okay. So we're going to need dice, and I want to point out a couple things. On page 105, you're going to notice there's instructions for a new workplace, and I'm not going to be able to get to teach that today. I will most likely be able to teach that tomorrow. And one thing you're going to notice on the workplace instructions is that it's going to call for different colored dice. It's going to call for blue dice, green dice, and white dice. And this curriculum didn't send us different colored dice. It just sent us white dice. So the tricky part is going to have to be, the dice come in a nice little package like this. And on this package, I don't know if you guys can see, it says numbered dice 1 through 6, 4 through 9, and 0 through 5, and a more or less dice. And some are red, have red numbers, and some have black numbers. But you have to pay special attention to which dice you're rolling. So, on a tricky thing, let's see. So based on the instructions here, the green dice is supposed to be 1 through 6. Okay. And the white dice is 4 through 9. Tricky part is figuring out what the blue dice is supposed to be. Maybe the 0 through 5. Okay. No, not 0. That wouldn't make sense. Okay. So we're going to use the dice to determine how to set our clocks. So I'm going to first grab one of our scouts. How about Colton? Why don't you come up here? I'm going to have you roll these dice. Okay, we'll see if those work. We're supposed to roll those 2 dice. Go ahead, right here. Okay. What were those numbers? What do you say them out loud to everybody so everybody can hear?
It was 5 and 4.
5 and 4. Okay, and so with the first roll, we're going to go ahead and add those 2 numbers. Add those 2 numbers together. Go ahead and add those 2 numbers.
9.
9. 5 plus 4 is 9. So we're gonna write that time down. We're gonna use, and that's gonna be our hour. Okay, well, go ahead and add the full one there. Okay, and we're gonna call on our next scout. Actually, no, why don't you finish it up? Roll those 2 dice. No, that's not right. Here, why don't you roll that? Let's see. No, both of them.
6 and 4.
9 and 4. Okay, multiply those two numbers together.
9 times 4 is 36.
Good. Okay, write that. Those are going to be our minutes. Okay, Jewel, you want to come up here and roll some dice? No. Okay. Pin. Okay. Go ahead and roll those two. And you're going to add them together. Three and 6. Okay, 3 plus 6 equals 9. Good job. Okay, 4 times 5. $20, 9:20. Yep. Okay, Jewel, will you call on the next person to volunteer? Okay, Josephine, go ahead and roll these 2 dice together and add them up. What? Okay. Clock number 3, 3 o'clock. Roll one. Okay, then I have to roll these ones and multiply.
Write it down. It's not
Yep, you should be writing down exactly what it shows on my page.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, Josephine, what'd you get? Two times 5. Nice job. 2 times 5 is 10. So go ahead and write 3:10 on your clock. Jojo, go ahead and call on the next volunteer. Faithzy. Okay. Roll and add. 6 plus 6 is 12. So on this clock, right, 12. It's going to be our hour. Then roll and multiply. 6 times 2.
That is strange.
Okay, calling our next volunteer. We have 4 more clocks to go.
I thought that little
Roll and add. Okay, 8. And roll and multiply.
Okay. You know how to get the 12?
Good job.
Right, it's 12.
8:40. Roll and add. 2. Roll and multiply. 7. How are we gonna write 7?
0, 7.
207.
7.
0, 7. Nice.
How else would you write?
207. Okay, Faith. Roll and add. Okay. 5 plus 4. 9.
We have a lot of 9s on here.
There are a lot of 9s. I don't know. Roll and multiply. 5 times 40. Another 40. Okay, one more. Emma. Okay, roll and add. 4 plus 3.
7.
Times 4. 0. She got a 0, so what do we do?
7 o'clock.
It's 7 o'clock.
Nice.
0.
Oh, that's a bit.
Okay, llama. Drama. Here's what I'm going to have you do. Keep your books open. I closed mine for a reason. Hey. Actually, I'm going to open it back up, but for my eyes. I'm going to call these times out. The last thing we're going to do is I'm going to call these times out and in random order, and I'm going to tell you what mark to draw next to them. So the first one I'm going to have you guys do is just a check mark, like this, okay? And I want you to put a check mark next to the time 12:12. Put a check mark next to the time 12:12.
Sometimes we do it under it.
Sure. Well, yeah.
I'm just going to do this.
Okay, go ahead and put a smiley face next to the time 9:36. 9:36.
9:36.
Smiley face. And a heart next to the time 8:40. A heart next to the time 8:40. And let's do a star next to 9:20. Star next to 9:20. And let's do a triangle next to 7 o'clock.
It's like a drawing contest. It's like a drawing contest. I'm not gonna make you. I don't like it.
I know. I do that.
My star's pretty good.
Like X.
It's better than X.
Oh, I got it. Yep. There you go. Almost done. Okay. Next to
Wait, what?
9:40, put a X. Next to 3:10, put a circle. 3:10.
know the girl version of the show. I know O's are like a little parts and
We get all the time? We did. Okay. That we did. 207?
I said did 7 o'clock.
Oh, you're right.
We didn't do 207.
Okay, so for 207, let's put
Rectangle. No.
a rectangle.
Oh.
Okay, and then once you've done with that last shape, go ahead and quickly, quietly put away your books. And you just did. Rectangle.
We didn't do 310.
We did 310. Yeah, we did 310.
Well, I didn't get that.
Llama. Llama. Show me what you should be doing when I say llama. I see Fletcher doing it. I see Faith doing it. Okay. Go ahead and actually go back to your spots really quickly. Okay, I'll wait for you guys to quickly and quietly get back to your seats. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go ahead and come back and we're going to revisit what we learned today. Okay, what was our goal? What was our third grade goal? Why don't you guys just do a quick heads together, share with each other.
To know what become a better be a third grader. I was basing how to be a better person I was just doing this to show the time. And
Friends and just have fun and make new things and enjoy yourself. That's cool.
be good at speed. And I'm like,
Okay. Delinquent number. Let's do number 2.
You already
Number
did
2?
number 2.
Number 3.
I'm 3.
Okay. Making sure.
so then what time is?
Okay, our speaker is Caleb.
Make new friends, learn new things, and be a better person.
That's what we learned during math today.
Probably because they don't have it too.
Oh,
I mean, that's a great goal overall.
learning time.
Okay.
Measurement and time.
Measurement and time. Okay. What is time?
Yeah, we learned what is this time about.
Okay. Good. For math?
Yeah.
You learned what?
Now, to me, my air goal.
During what we just learned about today in math? Okay.
So what do you say?
Phoebe? Say that again.
We learned what's time for.
What time is 4? Okay. Green table. Number 3.
We learned about time.
You learned about time. Okay. Anyone else want to share really quickly? Maybe something specific? Colton.
We learned how to tell time.
We learned how to tell time. Okay. Austin.
We learned what is time used for? How do you learn how to use time?
Okay. Good. Colton.
We learn what you want to learn about time and